Hello, welcome to Munachi's Book Club. Make sure you subscribe. This is Folktales with Grandma Joke. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Now, there were these two very good friends, the dog and the tortoise. Now, one day, they were walking on their way home, and coming towards them was an old woman. She was carrying so much. So dog said to tortoise, I think we should help this woman. Oh, that load that she's carrying is too much. Tortoise went, help her. Please. I have somewhere that I'm going. I am not helping any old woman. Oh, dog said, how can you not help her? Don't you see that she's tired? So dog went to meet the old woman and said, Mama, good evening, ma. Please, can I help you with the load that you're carrying? Oh, Mama was so happy and so grateful. She said, Dog, you are wonderful. Thank you, my child. Here, help me carry this. I am so grateful. And that's how they walked to Grandma's house. Do you know that this tortoise walked past them and refused to help? Anyway, when they got to the old woman's house, the old woman was so grateful. Dog put everything that he was carrying, put it in the house of the old woman and was about to go. Then he said, Mama, is there anything else I can help you with before I go? The old woman looked at him. Oh, dog, you are so wonderful. Thank you very much. No, there is nothing, but there is something I would like to bless you with. Come inside the house again. So they went back inside the house and she showed him 3 different drums. One very big, one medium-sized, and then one very small. So she said, pick any of these drums. Whichever one you take, when you beat it, it will always give you food. Oh, dog went, Mama, for me? Oh, thank you, ma. And he went and he picked the smallest of the drums. And he went, Mama, thank you so much. I am so grateful. So he left the old woman, went back to his house and put the drum aside. Then a couple of years later, that's how there was no food in the village. Chai! Everybody was hungry. All the human beings were hungry. So all the animals went to hide because they know that when human beings are hungry, they go to take animals now and eat animals. So the animals went to hide. But the animals themselves did not have food to eat. Chai! Everybody was hungry. So tortoise sat down in his house and he was wondering, what is one going to do for food? There is my wife, Yoribo. She doesn't know where to get food. Look at the children. They are hungry. What are we going to do? We have to find food now. And then he was thinking. They said, wait a minute. All the animals are very hungry. But this dog, his skin is always shiny. Look at his fur. His fur is always shiny. What is he doing that the rest of us are not doing? So he went to his friend Dog's house. Dog, what are you doing? Your skin is shiny. Everybody else, their fur is falling off. Everybody is looking old and tired and hungry. What are you doing that you are looking so healthy, even healthier than before the famine? What is happening? So Dog said, my friend, come inside my house. And he brought tortoise inside the house and they started playing that little drum that the old woman gave him. And that is how on the table food just appeared, food of all kinds. But it was just enough. It was just enough for Doggo. But Dog said, tortoise, share with me. And that's how tortoise and the dog ate the food, and it was enough for them. They were satisfied. Then tortoise said, where did you get this drum from? So dog told him the story, that it was the day he helped that old woman that she gave him the drum. Hey, but why did you take the small one? There was a big one now. You should have taken the big one. Dog said, how can I take the big one? It's always good to be content with what you have. Oh, Tortoise looked at him. What do you mean? It's always good to come. Do you know that if you had taken that big one now, do you know that you would have beaten it and you would probably have been able to feed the whole village? Dog said, me, I didn't think of it like that. I just thought, she said, take one and you will not be hungry. It will feed. Tortoise just sat there. If it's me, if I get that big one, I will beat it, I will get food, I will sell the food, I will build myself a big house, and then maybe I will even marry another wife on top of me. So that's how Tortoise now, after he had finished eating now, he said thank you to dog and then went and looked for that old woman's cottage, found the cottage. But instead of greeting the old woman, she was sitting outside there picking, trying to look for good beans on her tray so she could eat. Tortoise just peeped, saw her doing the work, and then went round to a window and entered through the window. And then he saw the drums. There were only two now. There was the big one and the medium-sized one. That is how Tortoise took the big drum, carried it, pushed it outside the window, peeped again, saw that the old woman didn't see him and went. He was making a mistake. He thought the old woman didn't see him. The old woman saw him and she was just whispering under her breath as she was picking the beans. Anyway, Tortoise went. Then he went inside his house, locked the door, locked the windows, put padlock so that nobody could enter, locked everywhere, and then started beating the drum. The big drum started beating the drum. Don't forget, the old woman had been whispering some things. Do you remember? Oh. So as he was beating the drum, one thing just circled around the room and a big, fearful masquerade came out with a big stick. Hey, that's how the masquerade started beating Tortoise. Tortoise was screaming, running around the room. He had locked all the windows. He had locked all the doors, so there was nowhere for him to go. He was beating until he just crashed the door with his shell and was able to run. And he was running. That's the end of the story. You see, children, first of all, when you see an older person, show respect. Go and help them. If they are carrying anything, help them with what they are carrying. Do you know that the prayer of an old person is worth more than ₦1 billion? That they will pray for you. That is thank you enough. All right? That's number one. Then number two, be content with what you have. It was lack of contentment that did Tortoise. So why did he go and steal? Because he stole that drum. He didn't ask for it. He stole the drum. Instead of him to have said to dog, let us go and meet the old woman. Maybe she will forgive me and give me my own drum too. He didn't do that. He went to steal the old woman's drum. And then not only did he steal it, he now stole the biggest of it. That's why the masquerade that came out and beat him was a big masquerade, a fearful masquerade. So we must be content and we must not steal. Did you like the story? Okay. I have another one. Not now, next time. Bye-bye.